Fortunately for me, I didn't have to worry about waking up at 8 a.m. or some ungodly time to catch these Pokemon news. I just watched it when I woke up, and it was awesome. And the hype is here. So let's talk about it. Yo! What's up, guys? PKSparkxx here. Let's talk about Pokemon Sun and Moon. Let's talk about the confirmed names for Solgaleo, the Pokemon Sun Legendary, and Lunala, the Pokemon Moon Legendary. Let's talk about the typings that were confirmed. Let's talk about a Rotom Pokedex? What? Yo, this whole trailer was only a minute and 30 long. And it had a lot of information I want to try and talk to you guys about, and even try to nitpick about a little things just to speculate a little bit. So if you guys enjoyed this video, demolish the like button for me. You know your support is greatly appreciated, and thank you so much for doing so. I also want to remind you guys that tomorrow, Summer of Sun trailer goes live. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure y'all put that in your calendars. Set your phone alarms right now. Go get a chicken to start cawing or roosting, or what do you call it? What? No. Cock-a-doodle-doodling at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, June 3rd. It is gonna be live. I'm telling y'all gonna love that trailer. It's gonna tell you guys everything you can expect on this channel this summer. But let's talk about Lunala. Let's talk about Solgaleo. So Solgaleo is a psychic steel type. I was about to say fire because he's from the sun. You would think the sun would have anything to do with fire, but no! The Pokemon Sun Legendary is a psychic steel type. Why? Why psychic steel? Like, I can understand fire psychic. I can understand fire flying. Why? Well, actually, no, he's a lion. Why would a lion be flying? Lions can't beat 721 Pokemon. In any case, I don't understand the typing. This is so uninspired. We already have psychic steel types. Did you forget you made the ungodly monster that is Mega Metagross? Why would you feel like it's necessary to make a legendary that's also psychic steel when you have a mega Pokemon that rivals, that is pretty much a legendary Pokemon if you consider its stats? I don't understand why they went that far. But Solgaleo is a psychic steel type, and that's what we're going to have to deal with. And his special move is called Sun Steel Strike, which is just a really nice alliteration. Sun Steel Strike. Yeah, just but pretty much he lights himself on fire. He lights himself on fire. And then he comes down on his opponent. Now, he attacked a Salamence, and the Salamence, it wasn't not very effective. Like, it one-shot the Salamence. So I'm assuming from that Sun Steel Strike is going to be steel type confirmed. Maybe it has a chance to burn because it does have sun in it. And so I guess maybe it's hot steel, and they'll want to have a 30% chance to burn or whatever. If that's cool, like a steel type attack that can burn, if that's what they're doing, that's kind of cool. So I'm for that. But it's Sun Steel Strike, and it looks pretty decent. However, Solgaleo's ability is one of those uninspired ones. They gave it a name that pretty much makes it sound unique to that Pokemon, but it's the same as an ability that already exists. They did this with Reshiram and Zekrom with Terravolt and I forget what Reshiram's was, but you guys know what I mean, where it's pretty much Mode Breaker. It's the same thing for Solgaleo. It's full metal body, and it's clear body. It's the same thing. Your stats cannot be lowered. There better be some extra effect to this. Like, I don't know, but if that's what they decide to do, again, uninspired. Can you please come up with abilities that make them unique? I mean, you did freaking, Primordial Sun and Primordial Rain, or whatever it was called, Primordial Sea, with Kyogre and Groudon, their primal forms. Why can't you do something unique like that? I don't know. I'm just really disappointed in the ability for Solgaleo. Lunala is a psychic a psychic ghost type. The attack that's unique to Lunala is the Moongeist Beam. And first of all, that name is godlike. Just say it with me now. Say it with me now. You ready? Moongeist Beam. Moongeist Beam. It's like a moon ghost beam. It's a dead beam from the moon. Like, it's insane. It's a pretty decent name. So it was a Moongeist Beam, and unfortunately for the King Nappy, Moongeist Beam hit a Gengar and just bodied it. However, this doesn't give an idea of what kind of type the attack is. Now, of course, it's going to be either Fairy or Psychic or Ghost, because that's the primary typings, or that's the typings of Lunala. However, with Gengar being a Ghost type and a Poison type, if it's Psychic or if it's Ghost, it's going to be super effective against Gengar. So, no idea which type it's going to be. All we can know is that it is going to be type to him, so yay for that. Once again, they gave an ability to another Pokemon that already has an ability out there, and they just renamed it, but it has the same effect. Lunala's ability is called Shadow Shield. I think it's Shadow Shield. Yep, Shadow Shield. And it is basically multi-scale. So Dragonite and Lugia, and I think that's actually it. There's not many Pokemon out there that has multi-scale. Wow. But yeah, it's pretty much multi-scale, except because multi-scale doesn't really work for a Pokemon that doesn't have scales. They made up one, but they gave it the same ability. So Shadow Shield is multi-scale. So that means that if you have full HP, you don't take as much damage, but only when you have full HP. Again, I wish they would be more creative with these legendaries. Talking about the battle screen, it looks pretty decent. The background looked a little uninspired. Like it had like a water painting effect to it, which looks nice. But if they're trying to advance the graphics of the series as much as they are, especially with what they did in Pokemon X and Y and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the background that was showcased during Lunala and Solgaleo, I wasn't really impressed with. I hope that they kind of change that up a bit. It does say at the bottom that gameplay is not final, so of course we have room to not have that. There's room for that to change. The backgrounds can be changed rather easily. Just make a new image, put it in the background, boom, be good. So hopefully they change that. I'm not a big fan of it, but it is what it is. But the battle screen itself, it looked pretty decent. It's a nice little refresh of it. I liked how it looked in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and X and Y, 6th gen. But I mean, if this is what they want to do, it's okay. I mean, I like it. It's decent. It's okay. It's nice. It's just a screen, though. Otherwise, the Pokemon sit the same way. So that's the battle screen. The region map. Now, this is what is hype. Well, it's not really the map, but it's like the layout of it. So it's like something you're gonna get when you pre-order the game and you get a poster and whatnot. But it looks gorgeous. First of all, shout out to everybody who was saying that the game was going to be multiple islands. You were correct. You have 4 islands plus some little, well, actually you have one small one. I don't know what that is over on the bottom left corner, but it does exist. But you have a little small one on the bottom left corner. Otherwise, I think that you begin on the top left island. So the one that's like above it, because I think from what they first showed from where you start at, I think that's where you start at. So it's probably like the first 2 gyms, and then 2 gyms, and then 2 gyms, and then 2 gyms, and then right in the middle is the Pokemon League. Now, if I am wrong that that's not the Pokemon League, then the Pokemon League is going to be in the bottom right island. And I say that because there's 2 prime areas where it could be. Either the bottom right, where it's like you're on a cliff. I'm not really sure what it is, but there's like a mountain there. So there's like a house there. So I'm assuming that that's going to be the Pokemon League. Or in the top right of the bottom right island, where there's like houses and something rising up. There's like a ship there, it's like islands and whatnot. So, not islands, but it's like a pond thing. So that can also be the Pokemon League if the center is not the Pokemon League. Now, if the center isn't the Pokemon League, then that's probably going to be like the Battlefront tier for 7th gen. You go there, you can get extra battles, you can breed Pokemon, whatever you may want. But I feel confident saying that Pokemon League is going to be in the middle of it. I think the way you're going to travel between these islands is not actually by surfing, but by just taking ships. Like, I think they would like to make it to where you're not going through 3rd gen again. A lot of people complain about that. IGN complained about that. As a matter of fact, that's the reason why Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire got 7.8 out of 10, because there was too much water. Asinine reason is asinine. But in any case, the entire map, the region does look huge, so I think we're gonna have a lot of exploring here. Hopefully the story fleshes out as well, to where when you're going through this entire huge region, you're also going to be getting a really developed, well fleshed out story, something that's so much better than what we got in 6th gen with with Pokemon X and Y. Because while I love the game and I love the region, the story was really dragged out. I mean, you got like 1 or 2 badges, and then it took like 2-3 hours, gameplay time, if not longer, until you were able to challenge for your 3rd badge. It was a huge gap, and the story didn't really even pick up until like towards the end, when the Sandro really started like getting active. Otherwise, Team Flare was just like random, like, you know. So I hope they do something like that more so with this region, just to give us a really fleshed out story, to really dive into the background of the Alola region and let us know what these Pokemon are all about. Like, you have Sun and Moon around Hawaii, so I mean, let's get into that. Let's figure out exactly what we're going to be dealing with here, or what we are dealing with here. So, with the region map out of the way, I do want to talk about the few characters before we get out of here. Again, Professor Kukui. I am sad that the big guy they showed in the original trailer, who released the Pokemon, wasn't the Professor. That's a no! No! Why would you do that? That guy looked so cool. I was so ready to have Tito Makani as my Professor. Instead, they came up with Professor Kukui, which I need to know what kind of tree that might be. So please, if I don't, well, let me know in the comment section anyway what tree that may be, Professor Kukui. I'm gonna Google it after I'm done recording, so I'll probably know already. But still, let everybody else know, for those who may not know, what a Kukui is. Because they always stick with the tree theme with the professor names, birch, elm, oak. So just let us know. Let us know. Comment section below. But in any case, Professor Kukui is the professor of the Alola region, and he said something that's interesting. I was reading the text back on the video that he was showing them, and it says that the region is chock full of brand new rare Pokemon. So I think what they're going to be doing is taking an approach to 7th gen like they did with 6th gen, where they're going to be it's like every Pokemon you knew. You're not going to be encountering a Pidgey or a Caterpie. You're not going to be seeing a Poochyena or a Zigzagoon or a Cascoon or anything like that. Anything that's an old Pokemon from generations 1 to 6. I think that they're going to be filling up the region with brand new Pokemon for you to enjoy. Actually, I don't think 6th gen had that approach. I think you got regular Pokemon. And did you get regular Pokemon? I'm not sure. I kind of forget now. 6th gen was kind of a blur because it went so fast. Then I think about it. I haven't even replayed through Pokemon X and Y. I should probably do that. Should I do a Let's Play of Pokemon X and Y? Yeah, I'm going to figure that out later. But in any case, like I say, chock full of new Pokemon, so it also makes you wonder, how many Pokemon are they actually going to add? Now, if we can get 100 Pokemon, that would be love. I would love to get 100 Pokemon. Last time we got 63. Can you please get a little bit more creative with the Pokemon we're going to be dealing with this time? However, maybe they're starting to get into a creative rut with them releasing new generations so quickly. And also, but then again, you have a whole new type to mess around with. So do something. Do something, Game Freak. Stop playing. 100 Pokemon. Make it happen. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting. He said chock full of rare Pokemon. So we'll see what we got. Hopefully we don't get flooded with too many old school Pokemon. We can learn to enjoy and appreciate the new Pokemon. And then we could just port over our Mega Pidgeots or our Mega Charizards or our Mega Metagross's or Salamanders from Pokemon X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. You have How, who I'm assuming might be your rival, and I'm sad about that because I miss the days when we had the gritty rival. I miss the days when we had somebody who was like, we were actually fighting against our Vegeta, basically. Like, you know, we had different views on that, but we had the same goal. We went, like, I want somebody like Paul from 4th gen Pokemon anime to be our rival. Can we get that, please? How looked a little too happy-go-lucky for me to enjoy. So if they could get rid of him, get rid of his personality and change it to where he starts, like, he's more serious about it, I would love that. But personal preference is personal. So the last thing they announced is, guess what? Game Boy Luke got a treat. Apparently, they're making a Pokedex that has a Rotom inside of it. Now, they didn't confirm or not whether this new Pokedex Rotom is a new Pokemon, but it does confirm that, hey, there's a Rotom living in a Pokedex. Isn't that neat? Okay. I think it's kind of cool. Now, if this Rotom-Dex does become a Pokemon, is it the electric steel type we've been wanting? Because if it is electric steel, I'm assuming that it's still going to carry levitate, which means that its ×4 weakness is going to be nullified. Because, I mean, unless you get rid of his ability, he's going to be immune to ground type attacks, which means that he's only going to have steel type weaknesses: fire, fighting, and, well, not ground because he's immune to it. So fire and fighting, that's actually pretty decent. I think that's it. Yeah, fire and fighting. I don't think there's anything else steel type is weak to. So that'd be pretty decent for typing out there, just to be weak to fire and fighting, because those two, like, fighting is common, yeah, well, pretty common. But fire, not so much. So I mean, we'll see. But if it's a new Pokemon and it's the electric steel type we've been wanting, I just might have to put that on a few teams, depending on, you know, what. Oh yeah, and this move is gonna be Flash Cannon that it gets, of course. Like, you know, Overheat, Leaf Storm, Blizzard, and all that. It's gonna be Flash Cannon without a doubt. Unless they make a new steel type, they could make a new steel type attack. Speaking of which, before I end this video, Game Freak, if you watch this by any chance, I have a request. Please make more special rock type attacks, and make a rock type attack that is 100% accurate. I'm tired of missing Rock Slide. I'm tired of missing Stone Edge. Please make, like, even Rock Throw isn't 100% accurate. Rock Blast isn't 100% accurate. I don't think there's a single 100% accurate rock type move. So please make a 100% accurate rock type move and make more special rock type attacks, because we only have Ancient Power, and I think we have one more. I'm not sure, but I like just more, please. It'd be nice. Thank you. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to demolish the like button for me, and let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the trailer that we saw in the comment section below. And if you guys want to see more review videos like this, where I talk about the new trailers that come out like I used to do in the past, make sure you guys demolish the like button for me as well, and stay tuned to the channel, because like I said, tomorrow, Summer Sun trailer. You guys are gonna love it. Tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay hot, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new.